In this video, we are talking about why we can't sleep, why you cannot sleep, why I could not sleep, past tense, because now I can sleep. I'm so excited. It seems like such a random thing to be excited about, right? But after, gosh, I was a teenager when I stopped being able to fall asleep at night, and I am now 50. So it has been a long time coming for me to be able to sleep at night, and I am so happy to say that probably four, five out of the 7 nights now, I sleep through the night. And the other two are usually because an animal, cat, dog, or a kid has woken me up. It is not because I have woken up myself or because I cannot sleep because of my crazy monkey mind. It's because of external sources that I have no control over. So, this is what we are covering today. So, strap yourself in because it's such a good conversation to have. First things first, what did I do first? I had to change my nighttime routine. Let's call it a routine. I know. Yes, I'm going to say it. Your phone is not your friend at night. It is a fact. This shit is not made up. Your phone is not your friend. Not just for the fact that you're sitting there and it's distracting you, but what I found was that when I sat on my phone, especially if I was scrolling through watching shorts or stories or some 30 to 60-second thing, afterwards it would be 4 hours, like 4 hours would disappear. I would jump on my phone at say 10 o'clock at night, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning I would look and I would go, this is nuts. And I would put my phone down and close my eyes and then try to go to sleep. However, your phone is not your friend if you do that, because this is what I worked out for me, is that it creates this pattern that your body goes, oh, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's 11 o'clock at night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need a dopamine hit. I need a cortisol hit. I need an adrenaline hit. And there were actually times where I would wake up in the middle of the night, mid panic attack, because my body was so used to having these hormones running through my body because I was watching stuff online. I was watching stuff on my phone. And when you're going through shorts, you can't control what you are watching. They are just there, right? You don't get to choose. It's not the same as YouTube on the homepage where you can pick and choose which video you want to watch. Shorts are not like that. You get what you get and you have no control. Yes, you can scroll through, but sometimes the damage is already done. Sometimes when you've watched something for 5 seconds and then you see something that's really horrible or ghastly because someone has posted something horrible as a short, and you get that hit of adrenaline, right? You're getting that hit. And then you're getting the dopamine hits from constantly scrolling one after the other. Your body is getting whacked with this energy. So I am on board with every single human being on this planet that says your phone is not your friend if you want to sleep at night. That is number one. Put your phone down. Put down the dopamine, cortisol, adrenaline hitting piece of metal, plastic creation that has been designed to wreck your internal system. Put it down. Nothing is going to go wrong if you put it down. I am not saying turn it off. I am saying put it down. I cannot turn my phone off. We live off grid. We do not have a phone line. I need my phone like any normal person for emergencies. My phone never goes off, but I do put it down. And there's a difference. Number two, let's talk about the second program. Because you have been doing this for so long, your brain is programmed to keep you awake. That's just a fact. So now what I needed to do was reprogram my brain to remember that it is time to fall asleep. And this is the most boring, monotonous pain in the butt you can imagine possible, because you're trying to retrain your brain to believe something that it probably has not believed in a very, very, very long time. And that takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes boredom. The boredom is so intense, but let me give you the tool. It really is basically lying there, if you're in bed, lying there and closing your eyes and saying, brain, it is time to sleep. Brain, it is time to shut down, and it is time to sleep. Brain, it is time to let my toes go to sleep. Brain, it is time to let my feet go to sleep. Brain, it is time to let my heels go to sleep. And if you stick around, I'm actually going to put up a link at the end of this video for this meditation that I put myself through, that I was running through my brain to help remember and remind my brain that when I lay down in bed and put my eye mask on and it's night time and I say, brain, it is time to go to sleep, my whole entire body relaxes and goes to sleep. And that has been a gift. Now, number 3, and this was actually really hard for me to do, and it took me years and years and years to master. Only because I came into this world into trauma. And when you come into the world into trauma, there's no memory. There's no reset to a memory that I had. I needed to learn how to feel safe inside my body. I needed to learn how to feel safe on this fucking planet. I needed to learn how to feel safe when I lay down on my bed and I close my eyes and there's no one around and it is silent and there is no noise. There's no distractions. There's no one I can call. There's no one I can talk to. There's no one I can go out with. I am stuck in my own space, on my own, all alone. And for some of us, that is terrifying shit. That is really, really terrifying for some of us, to be in a space where we are alone, where we are in silence, where it is nighttime. It's dark. Nobody's out. There's no one to call in the middle of the night if you wake up having a bad dream, because now you're a grown-ass adult and you've moved out of home, or you're like me and both of your parents have passed away and you are quite literally on your own. It is scary. And I get that you could say this goes all the way back to your childhood. If you had my mom, who, when I had a bad dream, she was in another room. It took her a while to wake up to my screaming. It took her a while to wake up and get up and walk to my room and then come and settle me down. That could take 5 minutes or so. And when you're a kid and you have a bad dream and you wake up and you sit up and you're screaming and you're mid-dream and it's still like this visceral feeling inside of your body, and you have this unsafetyness inside your being because you were born into trauma. You were born into a life that was unsafe. When that happens and you try to start teaching your body how to feel safe, and I say remind because some people it is reminding. For some of you, you will know how to feel safe. Maybe you've just forgotten. However, for some of us, we never learned how to feel safe. And that is what this is for. It is teaching your body how to feel safe. And it took me years. We're talking 4 to 5 years to bring myself into a space where I could say, in this moment right now, I am completely safe from harm. Or in this moment right now, I feel completely safe from harm. It took me years to be able to say that. and own it and get a yes from my physical body. So this is the tool that I used, and I invite you to try this because it really, really, really works. It will help in so many other areas of your beingness, of your life. It is not just for sleeping. It will help in so many other areas where you feel unsafe in your body. This tool, it's like I'm not sure what the word is. It's like it just crosses over so many different aspects of your body and of your life and of your beingness. I will stop prattling. The tool, sit somewhere. It does not matter where. Better if you're on your own. You could even do this in the toilet, to be honest with you. If the only time, because you have kids and you have work and you have noise or animals, mind you, if you have kids, you probably don't have alone time on the toilet, but somewhere where you can sit even for 60 seconds and have a moment to yourself. Sit, even put your hands on your knees. My hands are on my knees, so I can do this. Even do it right now while you're watching this. Do it right now, right? Do it with me. Your hands on your knees. If you are driving, hold the steering wheel. Do the same thing. Imagine and say steering wheel instead of knees. So what we're going to do is say, in this moment right now, I can feel my hands on my knees. Yes. If you're driving and you have your hands on your steering wheel, in this moment right now, I can feel my hands on the steering wheel. And then wait for a yes. Wait for a yes. And then if you are sitting and you are looking at your phone, right? You're watching this on your phone. In this moment right now, I can see the screen on my phone. Yes. Okay. Maybe look away from your phone, look at a wall. In this moment right now, I can see the wall that I am looking at. Yes. So what you are trying to do is create yes statements that are true. What I realized was that I did not feel safe because I had been lied to and I had been lying to myself. And I needed to create this safe environment where my beingness and all the parts inside of me that were feeling unsafe, they needed to learn that they could trust that what I said was true, that what I said was right, that what I said was real, that what I said was worth believing in. I had lost so much faith in myself and all of these parts inside of me that have gone through so many different layers of trauma over the years had completely disassociated from believing anything that came out of my mouth, because as a complete protection mechanism, I was raised to lie. I had to lie to protect myself. If I told the truth, I would get punished harshly. So I was raised to lie. I learned to lie. That was my normal, right? It happens for some of us. For some of us, we don't know how to tell the truth because we had to lie to protect ourselves. And so we create this complete unsafetyness inside our bodies, and it wreaks havoc with our brain, but also it wreaks havoc with our emotions. And that is why it is so hard, because you have your brain, this mind body connection, right? You have this heart brain connection, and they just feed each other. But at some point, at some time, you need to put your foot in and say, enough is enough. I am going to reprogram this. I am going to change this. I am going to fix this, because there is a part of me that is broken. And yes, I do use the word broken because I can tell you when you are in the middle of it, you damn well feel broken. And I'm not going to sit here and say, you're not broken, you don't need fixing, because that is completely disrespectful to the part of you that really feels broken. And we do. We feel broken. And the people that say you're not broken, you don't need fixing, this is not them, right? They've never been here. They don't know what this feels like. They didn't have your life. They didn't have my life. They had their life. Maybe it was as bad, maybe it wasn't as bad, but obviously they never felt broken. They never felt like life had broken them. But for some of us, we do feel like life has broken us. And that's okay. It's okay to go, no, you know what? I am broken and I do need fixing, but I need to fix myself. I need to figure out how to feel safe inside my body so I can start healing. I did 15 years of shadow work, right? And it was nothing. It didn't even touch the sides. 15 years of shadow work I did was just getting rid of everybody else's crap that they had pummeled into me so I could sit with myself and go, right now, what do I need to fix? Like, what is broken in here? What do I need to do? And the first thing was safety. Absolutely. The first thing I needed to do once I had gotten rid of everybody else's crap was safety. And this is why in so many of my videos I come back to this tool and this moment, is because safety is where it starts. Safety, and then you get that safety from building the trust, right? You bring the trust in, you bring the honesty. You stop lying to yourself. Feel free to lie to anybody else in your external environment while you need to. You've got to keep yourself safe, right? I'm not saying now all of a sudden tell the truth to everybody. No, not at all. Please do not take that as what I'm saying. But I am saying now is the time to start telling yourself the truth, true statements. Again, I'm not saying to magically stop lying to yourself about what you want and who you are and how you want to be. This is not a quick fix situation, right? It took me 5 years to do this, to come into a space where I felt like I trusted myself enough. But again, I also didn't have anyone standing in front of me saying, here's the tool, here's how to use it, here's what you do, and it works. This was just me going at it cold. I created this for myself because I needed something to create safety. So, coming back to the tool, I invite you to do it again. Take a minute with me. Even if you can, put your hand on your heart. Say, in this moment right now, I can feel my hand against my clothes, which are pushing against my chest. It's a lot of saying true statements and then breathing in the truth of that statement. So your body can go, oh, okay, yeah, she's telling me something that's true. He's telling me something that's true, if you're male. He's telling me something that's true. This is a true statement. Okay, I can take that. And it takes time. Please hear me when I say it takes time. It takes time for your body to start trusting you again. It takes time to build safety. When I first tried to say, in this moment right now, I feel completely safe from harm, it was in this moment, it was something like, in this moment right now, I could possibly perhaps conceive one day in the future, way, 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 way far away, that maybe I could potentially, possibly, perhaps, conceivably consider that maybe I could possibly, potentially contemplate feeling safe in this moment. It was really far away. And I said all different variations of that for a long time, because I couldn't say in this moment right now, I feel completely safe from harm and it be true. I could feel that it wasn't true. I could feel in my beingness that it was not a true statement, that I was not saying something that was true. I could feel the closing off, right? And I did not want to do that. I did not want to lie to myself when I was allocating time to be honest and be truthful to create safety. So if you do this and you start lying, if you're looking at a wall and you say, I'm looking at a table, you're going to feel it. Don't recommend it at all. So I am hoping all of this made sense. Please take a moment to share in the comments below if this all kind of made sense. So to shift the programming to sleep, you need to remind your brain that it is time to sleep. It needs to be reminded, right? You need to change what you're doing at night and put the phone down so you're not getting that hormonal whack from your phone or from going out to nightclubs or pubs or dinners or anything like that. Nighttime for me is not a time to go out. Nighttime for me is a time to relax and to calm everything down and to remind everything that sleep is a priority. Sleep is an absolute priority for me now. It is number one above everything else. Sleep is my number one priority at night times. It has to be. Otherwise, I don't sleep and then I do not function. And then my nervous system collapses. My whole nervous system breaks down. And then I end up in bed not being able to do anything for a week. All because, and it starts from me not focusing and prioritizing sleep. So I have learned that for myself. Maybe it's different for you, but this is what it is for me, and it's working really, really well. And I wanted to share that with you in the hopes that it would help. And then the third thing is bringing that safety in. It's really, really important to feel safe inside your body. And using the in this moment right now statement is something that I did to create that safety inside my body. So I said that I would put a meditation at the end, and here it is. If you want that meditation to help you sleep, check this out. Do it, see how you feel, go with it. It will be boring as anything for your brain, and it will probably fight back. See how you go and try and stick with it. Make sure you remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.